Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start the show off the same way we start every episode, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, so the fact that you're spending with us truly does mean the world to me. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
Okay, and we're back. We got a fun one today. Return guest, a gentleman that I constantly bumped into town with, and we chat in Staples and the barber shop, and so this is just a different venue for us to have a chat with. As you know, I do not introduce my guests. I let them do that themselves. So on that note, sir, can you please tell everybody who you are?
Spiers, trainer of the Fort McMurray Oil Barons. Thanks for having me again.
There you go. Yeah, thanks, man. You can come back every day because we just have good talks.
Yeah.
So what I want to talk about this time is just getting it kicked off is music. So we talked a little bit about how like you were doing the singing and how I was like, man, you got to get on TikTok and do the top of the singing. When it comes to music, what kind of music do you listen to?
I'm a country fan.
Country western.
But I listen to everything, but I'm a huge country fan.
Really?
Yeah.
From day one, like since you were a child, or how did this happen?
From day one.
Okay.
I grew up like reading Johnny Cash, Alabama,
Okay.
older stuff, Brooks and Dunn,
Yeah.
and just kind of always listened to it.
Okay. Did you see Garth? Did you see Garth Brooks when he came up here?
No.
He was
in Edmonton.
He did like
10
9 shows in Edmonton, 11 in Calgary.
But with the job, he played during hockey season.
That's
so
right.
It's kind of hard to go
Oh.
to when it's during that event. But
That's right.
there was Country Thunder in Calgary,
Okay.
and I saw Eric Church, Dirks Bentley there.
Nice.
Unbelievable show.
Nice.
Like,
Country, like I'm not a big fan of country music. I got to be honest. But as I get older, I get more into it. I think like when you're young, especially listen to the type of music I listen to, you're like, oh, I listen to everything but country. I don't know why people say that. I used to say that. I like everything but country. I've been listening to country over the last like year or two. They got some bangers there, man.
it's changed.
Yeah, no, I mean even like the old school stuff.
You got more things to be sad about now, or?
Maybe, yeah. Country music is kind of sad sometimes. I like you said, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's got
Dolly
some
Parton's
really
good.
good music out there. And like, yes, like the newer country is just top 40. I can't even call it country.
No, it's top 40,
Yeah.
pop and rock.
That's right.
And they cross over
Yeah.
with different artists now.
That's right. So it is what it is. That's just top 40 to me. But I'm talking
yeah.
about, I'm listening to some like old school, like Tanner saying, stuff that like my dog ran away and
Or your
my
truck broke down.
truck broke down. And the lyricism in this stuff, they can write a tune.
Oh, they can. Chris Stapleton.
I don't know who that is. I'll look him up.
He's good. Like he's more old school.
Yeah.
But he writes songs and stuff. And then somebody said, "You got a great voice. You should start." And he just hit the charts like unbelievable.
Okay.
So I was just like, man. I says, and that's all he did was write songs for Keith
Everybody.
Urban and all them.
Yeah.
So
So how did you get into country? Is this something that your parents liked before, or that? Because here's the thing: I find that more often than not, people are kind of influenced by the music their parents listen to, but then they try to like get away from it a little bit.
I think I was influenced by my dad more than my mom.
Okay.
My dad listened to it a lot.
Yeah.
This is back in the day. We don't have iPods or friggin' iPhones and
Yeah.
Apple Music and Spotify. This is
Yeah.
where you had the record. You had to put on the record player.
Right.
Or
Right.
the old cassettes. And
Yeah.
then we went to the CDs.
Yeah.
So you had to actually go to the store and go buy a record
Yeah.
or something to listen to. So,
Yeah, it was tough back in the day.
well, you had the record player, then you went to the tape player, then you went to CD.
Yeah. Then you had a few other things, but I was saying like a lot of people look back at it in nostalgia, like going to Blockbuster or like I used to love going to the record store and like thumbing through and like, oh, what's this? And like, okay, like I'll roll the dice because you couldn't listen to it. You didn't know what you were getting.
You didn't know what you were buying until you got home and put it on. And
That's
it's like,
right.
Oh, wasn't what I was looking for. Or I was like, oh, hey.
That's
I like
right.
this.
So, but I look back at that time frame of my life with fondness, and a lot of people do. However, it is the worst way to actually find and listen to music. Kids nowadays, you're like, you can listen to it, and if you like it, you download it. You don't even have to download. You could watch it for free on YouTube. So listening to music now
It's totally different.
Totally different ball game. So some people are like, oh, don't you feel bad that your son will never have that experience? I'm like, no, because it was a bad experience. It was inconvenient when you think about it.
It's like you block Blockbuster up.
Yeah.
It was like Friday night as a family. You'd run over Blockbuster and you'd go through and you'd go pick out 6-7 movies. And you'd run home, and that's what you did for the weekend.
That's right. But more often than not, you would go to Blockbuster and you're like, I want to watch Independence Day. And you'd go there and you'd be like, can I get Independence Day? They're like, no, it's out.
And then you stand at that bin every time you hear it click. Is it in?
That's right.
Is it in?
Yeah. And so it'd be Friday night. You went there to get Independence Day, but then you ended up leaving with 6 other movies that weren't what you wanted.
No.
But they were still good. And anyways, it was part of the experience. So people are like, don't you miss those days? And I'm like, yeah, because they're my days. And from a nostalgic standpoint, yes. However, as a consumer, that was a really bad way of getting what you wanted. Versus now, it's just like, oh, I want to watch Independence Day. Click Independence Day. I'm watching it. Not like, oh, I'll watch like the 6th pick of what I wanted to see.
But see, when that's like you said, when we grew up, we enjoyed that.
That's
right.
right.
It was like, okay. And then it's like, oh,
yeah,
we can just click download.
Yeah.
And there's some people out there that still rather go to the store, pick up a movie, and put it in their DVD player. And
I would.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's a lot.
Choice is too much sometimes when you
That's
have
so true.
6 streaming services in front of you, all with like a million different shows and movies on them, or you could go to a store and you have 6 movies in front of you to pick from.
That's right.
And you can watch that movie whenever.
That's right. I read a book called The Paradox of Change. Paradox? I don't know. I'm getting it wrong. It's not paradox. Anyways, it's talking about that exactly in regards to like when you have so much choice, it actually becomes harder
To make a
decision.
It's
and then
like
you
when you
waste
look
time.
at a flight or something, right?
Right.
Well, you start off, okay, you go to this one, you go to this one, and then it's like, well, you gotta check this server, okay, now you gotta check this server.
Yeah.
You gotta check this one, and you spend 3 hours and you still haven't made your decision.
That's right. That's
on
right.
it. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Let's just keep it simple, and here you go.
That's right. You know what I've been doing lately in regards to this dilemma that we're talking about? So I'm guilty of having a bunch of streaming services. Netflix, Amazon, Crave, you name it.
You got it.
I got it. So, but yeah, there's a lot of choice. So you end up scrolling through, and probably on those services, there's only 20% of things I actually want to watch. So you scroll for a long time. Now, back in the day, I used to have an addiction, like Tanner's Hot Wheel addiction, where I used to buy DVDs. But like it would be DVDs that I like.
Yeah.
So I have hundreds of DVDs. So what I've been doing now, instead of scrolling through the streaming services for the 20% I'm looking for, I'd say 90% of what I bought I liked because I purchased it for an obscene amount of money back in the day. So now I've just been going through the DVDs and be like, oh yeah, here we go. I've been watching DVDs again.
Still have to get a DVD player?
Oh, I have a DVD player.
Oh, see,
I have it.
I don't have a DVD.
I have a Blu-ray DVD player because my brother came up and he's like, hey, I have this DVD. This is like 2 years ago.
And Blu-ray wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't. But he's like, hey, we got to watch this. And he came over and he's like, where's your player? I was like, who has a player? So we went down to Walmart, and this is like the cost difference. He's like, I'll just go buy you a Blu-ray DVD player. I was like, those things are hundreds of dollars. We're not going to buy a Blu-ray to watch one movie.
$39.99 probably.
It was $20. Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing. The cost of that kind of stuff is just like...
Well, you brought up the server thing. So if you look, and I was talking to the people I live with, and I was going through, like, on their cable, they got Crave, they got this super channel, they got this channel, they got that channel. You're going through and you're looking at it, you're like, man, you know you're spending $100
Oh, yeah.
on your cable for all these. And if you think about it, you got Netflix, you got Prime, you got Apple TV.
Yep.
So there's another $30, $40 a month.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of one because you have it all on the other 3.
Yeah. Well, that's how it all started. Like they're like streaming services were going to kill cable.
Yeah.
In regards to like, and it was free in most cases.
Yeah.
Or even Netflix $7 a month, whatever. But then like these companies like They figured out how to get their money back. So it used to be like the top 4 broadcasters, ABC, NBC, like, you know, and so now it's kind of funny. It's like, okay, you can get rid of your cable, but you're still going to get like the top 3 or 4, Prime, Disney, Netflix, Crave, and they all cost the same. You're paying $60. So
you cut off the one and you save on that.
that's right.
And a lot of the time, cable is starting to move over to stream.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
There's
So
8 cable channel package on Amazon you can pick up for like $12.99.
that's right.
Oh, see, that's above me. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I sit at home now and I watch YouTube.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube.
I
But
just
then
Google and hey, this pops up or that pops up.
but you can
and
pay for YouTube now.
I heard that.
You can pay for YouTube.
I heard you can pay for Twitter or extreme Twitter so you can get more.
Really?
That just came out. I heard. I was listening on the news. You can pay for this server on Twitter where businesses or whatever can have time to edit or whatever. You can delete or see posts that you want to see more. I was
Interesting.
like, oh, okay.
Everybody's trying to get their money.
I think they're trying to get that extra edge on the
That's
competition
right.
to
Yeah.
pump themselves up a little
Yeah.
bit. So it's like, oh, you use us more than the other person.
That's
So-
right. Yeah, we got lucky. We had a few years of free television, but now they're just like, no, that ride's over, boys and girls.
Oh, it does.
You're paying for it now.
You're
paying big.
paying and you got to watch it.
Yeah.
So
Well, if you want to watch that show, like I watched this one show last night, Carpool Karaoke. Like, you know, James Corgan
Yeah.
has that, right?
Yeah.
But there's a show that's just that. Disclaimer, it's not as good as James Corgan just doing it. Throwing it out there. It's good. It's not as good. But I wanted to watch an episode with Kelly Slater, Shaun White, and Tony Hawk.
oh yeah.
It was very entertaining because I like those individuals. But it's only on Apple TV. So if you don't have Apple TV,
You don't get to watch it.
You don't get
And
to watch
that's
it.
like the one on Prime. Oh, it's a Western show.
Western show?
It's a Western but modern.
Oh, this is I know what show you're talking
Yellowstone.
about.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone. I haven't
so
watched
that's
it.
only on Prime.
That's right.
You can't get that on Netflix or Apple TV. So it's even like Netflix. They got their own series.
That's
where,
right.
Okay, you kind of buy it just to watch their programming to
That's
see
right.
what goes on.
They're turning into the major broadcasters, NBC, ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going against each other to
Yeah.
see who can do whatever.
That's right.
But you brought up Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary on him about his video games.
Yeah.
So that he still makes money off of that game.
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4. Because every platform they redesign it, and he still gets royalties for it.
Yeah. They just came out with a new Tony Hawk like a year ago, like
Yeah.
during the pandemic. Yeah.
The new Tony Hawk game was very poor, so they just decided that they would re-release
All 3 of them.
the original 3.
Yep.
Because the 4th one that they did for the new systems just sucked.
Wow.
And he was saying he still gets royalties off of it because I guess he didn't take a big pay for it.
Right.
He took royalties, and they're still making that 1, 2, and 3, and he still gets.
That's awesome.
But yeah, when you brought him up, I was like, man, I said,
Tony Hawk, like
A legend.
a legend.
You follow his Twitter?
No.
Oh my God, his Twitter is hilarious. I don't like Twitter, but I like his Twitter because nobody ever recognizes Tony Hawk as Tony Hawk because he just looks like a regular old dad.
Regular old dad.
So like he'll post about people who come up to them and be like, "Hey man, anybody ever tell you look like Tony Hawk?" And you'll be like, "Nah, man, never heard about that." Or they'll be like, he'll come to a skate park and they'll be like, "Hey man, you ever skate before?" And the guy will be like, Tony will be like, "Yeah, I skated once or twice." And then he'll like go out and do some amazing trick, and the kid will be like, "Oh my God, what are you, Tony Hawk?" Because nobody recognizes him.
That's
like
right.
me, and I go cooking, like everyone thinks I'm Guy Fieri. Like,
Yeah.
but you bring that up when I was on the weekend. I went to Edmonton, and the place I went to, people just come up like it was like, "Hey, like yeah, I know." So you're about the 15th person to come up and mention it. They're like, "Well, can I get?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, so.
Yeah, not me.
It was
Are you here at a
pretty
restaurant? Are you here to do diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Yeah, I was
It's
like-
no, the camera crew, I left them at home. I didn't
They're
bring
like-
them.
You gotta play it up though. Maybe you get a free meal or two.
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I'm his stunt
Does it
double.
look like I need the free meal some days?
That guy, what a career he's had, though. He's got the diners, drive-ins, and dives. He's got the grocery store show.
Yep.
He's got, I think there's 3 or 4 shows.
He is the Food Network.
He really is.
He literally is now.
Yeah.
He's got one where he does it right from his home.
That's right.
So
With
during
his
the
son.
pandemic, he switched it up now. Like,
Yeah.
so his Triple D show, he kind of did it from home and had special chefs come in and watch the episode, and they actually had to make the meal or whatever, and they shipped them the stuff. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. No, he's got a good team around him that comes up with some pretty good ideas.
Oh, they come up with a lot.
Yeah.
I wish they would just do the lookalike show once, and
then you could be on it.
I could be on it.
He
I
could
might
win
have
it.
a chance.
Yeah.
We would support you. We'd get you to win.
Yeah.
Like,
Mac City Morning Show would sponsor it.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. He's a gem. I like him a lot. He describes the food that he's eating very well, and he's not pretentious about it.
no.
Some of the shows are just like, it's food. Come on.
He loves
And I
going
can't
to-
taste it. So,
He loves going to Flavor Town.
yeah, he really does. When it comes to food, what's your go-to jam? Everybody has like their food of choice.
I could tell you this.
Yes, because we had another one.
Hot dogs.
Oh, right. That's right.
See, hot dogs is a quick snack, but a meal, I love spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Love spaghetti. I'm a huge
With
fan.
meat sauce or with meatball?
With meat sauce.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
huge thing I have.
Okay.
But hot dogs, like you're anywhere, it's quick, easy. Like again, I was in Edmonton, had to do the little Costco
Costco, right.
run.
My
And
thing
literally,
with,
you go spend $1,200 on stuff, but
Yeah.
you're more excited to go stand in line and pay
yeah.
$1.50 for 2 hot dogs, taking the car to go home with.
I had hot dogs this weekend. I love hot dogs. My thing with hot dogs is they're not everywhere. They're not accessible like a burger is.
No.
So it's like hard to find a hot dog.
Well, we talked about like Tubby Dogs in Calgary is the only place I really know that if
That's
you
right.
wanted just to go in and get a hot dog, that would be the only place. Like A&W took them away.
They got Rizzle Whistle Dog.
Yeah.
The only place in town that I'm aware of, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only place in town that you can get a hot dog is Original Joe's.
Yes, but they changed their hot dog up. Now they put like jalapenos and stuff.
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the double dog. It's like 2 hot dogs with bacon and stuff. It's delicious, but it puts you in a coma. You better not have anything to do with the rest of your day if you're going to eat that hot dog.
Oh yeah.
So with your spaghetti, when you go out, would you order that?
I would if it's a certain place, or like if
Okay.
you're going like to the Spaghetti Factory in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta go to the places like you said.
That's right.
Get what they're known for. It's like even when you go on holidays, you're not gonna go eat at McDonald's. You're not gonna go eat here or there. You're gonna go try
Yeah.
different things that place is known
That's
for.
right. Unless, and I want to talk to you about this topic, unless you're in America. If you're in America and you want to get a McDonald's cheeseburger, go for it. Because it is like no other. It's unbelievable how good they are in the
But
States.
you're getting it from the source.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, and there's a YouTube channel, and I can't remember what it is, but that's what they do.
Yeah.
They compare
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
And is it in Windsor that the borders are beside each other?
Yeah. Yeah.
So one lives in Windsor, one lives
In Detroit.
Detroit. And they cross the border and they
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
get the same things.
Right.
And they compare it to see what is better. Like if it was the drink, if it was the hamburger,
Right.
or whatever. And
McDonald's hamburgers in America, unbelievable, so good. But the reason I bring it up is the last time I had a McDonald's hamburger in America, I was in Vegas, and I know you're a man who likes Vegas.
going there next month, hopefully.
Why do you like? Where do you stay? What do you do? Why is you're a big Vegas guy?
Everyone loves going to Mexico, Jamaica, all those places.
Yeah,
Honestly, I love going down there. It's nice weather, pools, shows, entertainment.
yeah,
Yes, you have this other gambling stuff, but that's you can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
But like last year, I went to the Grand Canyon.
okay,
And it's one of those things that you go there to do stuff that you want to do once in your life,
yeah,
and you enjoy it.
Right.
So this summer, I'm going to actually look at bass fishing there.
oh, neat,
I love fishing.
Yeah.
I tried the ocean when I was in Jamaica. We were out there for 4 hours, one fish between 6 people.
yeah,
So I go fishing at Snai here during the summer every week.
yeah.
And bass, I want to catch a bass.
Okay.
So that's going to be my big,
Cool. So you don't go because you don't strike me as a gambler.
like,
So
I everyone does that, so
like,
I go down there.
I
but
know
it's
you do,
not-
but like some people just go to Vegas just to gamble. But yeah, so you do other stuff
Oh,
while
I
you're
do
there.
lots of stuff. Like
Oh,
Circus
okay.
Soleil shows are unreal.
Yeah.
I saw Piff, the Magic Dragon there.
Okay.
Oh my God, Piff is hilarious.
Yeah, I want to go see Tape Face here come this year.
Okay.
Like I watch America's Got Talent, and
Yeah.
usually the winners end up there. And
That's right.
You know what? They're really good shows to go watch.
Yeah.
Now you'd probably like Michael Jackson.
Love Michael Jackson.
They have a show there at Mandalay Bay. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. I like Vegas, but like you like going there regularly. Like I've been to Vegas a few times now. But yeah, I know you're like, you post online like, hey, going to Vegas, the countdowns here, Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. So yeah, I was just in Vegas actually before the pandemic. Like literally.
Where do you stay at when you go there?
I mix it up, but I like the Mirage.
See, and that's where I stay all the time.
I like the Mirage a lot. I've stayed in the MGM. It was okay. There's one place, the Monte Carlo.
Yep.
The reason I like the Monte Carlo is when I used to work for a company, that's where they used to stay because they got great corporate rates.
Okay.
But the cool thing about the Monte Carlo is like it's in the middle of everything. But it's so quiet. It's not a popular hotel and or casino. So if you want to like hang out and like actually play or get a drink, super easy to get. And you walk out the door and Planet Hollywood is like right across the street.
See, I stay at the Mirage there. Lance Boucher got me hooked up with a buddy of his that's host there.
Yeah.
Send him an email. He gets me all set up. And
Nice.
I just go there and
Nice.
do my stuff, and he's like, "Okay, thanks." I'm like, "Okay, thanks." So,
The one I want to stay at, just because I love walking through it, is the Bellagio. I would love to stay in the Bellagio.
not this guy. I'm too like that's too fancy for me.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It's the one thing about Vegas, like it reminds you of different places you've been, and like that's what I look at it.
yeah.
And when I look at the Bellagio, I'm just like, man, that's got Europe written all over it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I love going there. I enjoy the entertainment value and everything.
yeah,
But like, there's always like we wait for a show in Edmonton to come up.
that's right.
Or they bring it here.
Yeah,
You go down there, you plan it. It's like boom. They've
Yeah.
got so much, and
that's right.
I'd be down there 12, 13 times.
I know,
and I've
yeah.
never seen everything.
There you go. Yeah, you can do so much, and you can go hiking. You can do a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're at the part of the show because I know we're going over, but that's the current theme now. It's Tanner's segment, the Mac City Minute. He's going to hit you up with some questions. Tanner, hit him up with the Mac City Minute.
All right, question number 1 for you. What is the most memorable sports moment you've witnessed?
Witnessed. Team going to the semifinals against Brooks, or the finals against Brooks.
Question number 2. What is your favorite song to listen to when you're getting ready for a game?
Favorite song. Pitbull, Timber.
Okay.
Question number 3. What is your favorite way to celebrate a win?
To celebrate a win, you know what? Just go into the room and congratulating the guys.
Question number 4. Other than the Mac City Morning Show, what do you like to watch on YouTube?
Everything. I love watching the Milk Boys now.
And your final question, where is the best place you've ever had a hot dog?
Vegas.
And those have been your 5 questions.
We're in Vegas.
It was a foot-long hot dog.
Yeah.
It was at the Excalibur.
Oh,
The
okay.
sucker like this big.
Yeah. That's a good question. Best hot dog.
Like you can go through food stuff and like best steaks and
Yeah. I gotta say, my best hot dog, only because of like what it was, but I got a hot dog when I saw the White Sox play in Chicago, and it was like a baseball hot dog. It wasn't
Yeah.
great. Like the guy throws it at you and everything. It's not hot. It's just, but I think because of the experience of eating
So
it.
do you watch? Are you a baseball fan?
Yeah, I'll watch Anyways.
So I'm like you. You watch here
Yeah.
or there, but it's one of those things. It's like baseball and football. I'm not a huge fan of them, but you just want to go there to see it and experience it.
That's right.
It's like the NFL. I want to go to one game. I don't know the teams. I wouldn't really care who's playing.
That's right.
I just want to go to the tailgate party.
Dude, it's an experience on another level.
Yeah.
It's all sports. I'm not a big fan. Like, I love sports, but I don't follow sports.
It's even like European soccer. Same thing.
Oh,
like
I would
just
love.
if you're over there just to go
Yeah.
and experience the atmosphere once. It's like when we went to Russia.
Yeah.
Just to go try different cultures and everything else.
That's
It's
right.
like, okay, you're not going to go do this because you're going to go try different things and see what it's like there.
It's kind of like a hockey, and I know we're going to go a little bit over because Tanner hit his watch like 2 minutes ago to me. This is a crazy story though, because it's about energy. I was in Chicago to see the conference finals of LA play Chicago when LA beat Chicago in triple overtime. I was in this stadium, and dude, when they say energy, this place was wild. Triple overtime, game 7. Whoever wins is going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Chicago had beat LA the year before. Triple overtime, LA scores the goal. I have never felt energy just suck out of a building. Literally, when people say, oh, you could hear a pin drop, you're like, it's a cliche. You could hear a pin drop in that place. It was unbelievable. Talk about energy.
Imagine on that. Like,
yeah. Unreal. But as like not as somebody who like loves hockey, to be at that caliber of a hockey game for that experience. Whoo.
Well, yeah, that's the thing you gotta try is the different atmosphere of the event, and you might not be a huge fan of it, but it's just okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I tried it. I lived it. I experienced it. Now you know what people when they talk about how it feels.
Yeah. Go to a NFL game. You have never experienced anything like it. The hype of what you think it's going to be doesn't live up to what it actually is.
That's what people say.
It's crazy how much they get into their football down there.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I wanted. I want to try.
Yeah. So everybody at home, we're going to continue talking, but the show is over. We're going to talk about this a little bit more. You're just going to have to tune in for next time that Pete comes back. So on that note, man, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Do you got a shameless plug? Anybody you want to shout out?
You know what? I just like to thank the community of Fort McMurray supporting the team. Hopefully we'll all see you guys in September 1 when we restart for the new season.
There we go. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray Wood Buffalo, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I said this. That's another Mac City Morning Show done.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.